What it do, what it is, back out here near the strip. This is your boy, the Peace Dealer, looking snazzy. All right, looking like a snacking meal. All right. Moon in Libra, Sun in Gemini. Moon is actually near the South Node. We're unlocking the balance of your word. That's it. We've activated the mindset. We've activated the ideas. And the more you understand cycles, the more you see how, we put the pieces that we're going to use, and then we start to put the pieces together. You feel me? And then we break through with those pieces, and then we complete the picture we painted. So, Libra, which is artistry, if you think the activation of the new moon is literally choosing your color palettes, every activation part. And then integration is where, now that we got the color palettes we want to use, now that we got the clips and the videos we want to edit, now we're getting ready to integrate, put it together. This is the sequence. Now we're getting ready to sequence. So you've activated this mindset through the new moon in Gemini. And now the moon in Libra is going to add polish, class, and balance to your words. All right. So for example, you might have activated with this new moon in Gemini. You know what? I'm beautiful. I'm sexy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a beautiful person. I think I'm sexy AF. All right. And these are just ideas that are awakening in you. You feel me? And putting you in a position to really, relative to this cycle, affirm, realize, accept, individually coming out of the thought form. And now with the moon in Libra, right? Now you're balancing this thought process, Libra, which is social, to Gemini's individuality. We're taking a social Libra moon balanced understanding of your individual thoughts and ideas, Sun in Gemini. So it's like, now that we've activated throughout the past week that I'm beautiful, now the moon in Libra is going to help me understand how to balance that socially. All right. So I could take my idea, walk up to a sexy chick and be like, hey, baby, I'm sexy. I'm so sexy. You just couldn't help but see me. You feel me? And Libra's going to balance it so you don't get a restraining order. You don't get maced. You know what I mean? You don't come off as more creepy than you have to. And that's what's going to come with such an integration process, where whether through trial and error or putting yourself out there, you get to now balance the nature of the words you're communicating in understanding the social environment around you, with which will both challenge and integrate your ideas. And that's why the moon in Virgo was so important, because the previous transit was the edit. Okay, so we've written our drafts, right? The first 10 paragraphs, the first 10 degrees of Gemini season, the first 10 days of Gemini season, you wrote your initial draft, right? That was Riley to Santa Claus, like, dear Santa Claus, you're a bitch. And then the next 10 days was the edit. So this is where we looked through our draft, and now we're, no. Dear Santa, you're a bitch ass. You feel me? Like, my bad, Boondocks reference. But like, yeah, it's like we had to draft it. We had to polish our draft. You feel me? And now that we're at the final parts, right? The moon in Virgo edited the draft. The moon in Virgo was like, the grammar is off here. You have to, it took our mindset, and this previous 2 days ago helped us understand how to begin to say and think what we think, to begin to integrate this for real socially. Because it's one thing to have a mindset and ideas. It's another thing to be saying things that are not based in reality, and you're just out here looking delusional. And for some people, they like putting conviction behind, all sorts of stupid delusional things. I hope not to be like that. But other than that, right, now that we have fleshed out what's real, now that we've understood the receipts, that's the most important part. There are certain mindsets you've activated a week ago that you have receipts for that reinforce a general or specific attitude you're moving forward with, that trigger those who, because they're weak at their core, people with power and people with strength stand in their power and strength. They don't have to like what you said. They could be bothered by what you said, but they sit in their power. It's not going to shake them. People who are weak, how dare you? And you can't really be mad because that's their nature. At their core, they're weak. They're a bitch. So like you can't necessarily be surprised, right, that you're going to see them exhibit bitch-made behavior. Now I want to show you something. Magic Mike is back, baby. I got a lead from my solar return with the moon on it. I just wanted to show you. It's Magic Mike, baby. Yeah. Yeah. All the girls know I'm sexy, yeah. And they think I sound like the best singer ever. Cause you gotta love it, yeah. See, this is how I'm just out here spreading my sexy, oozy energy. And the Illuminati recruit me, letting them know I'm too good for the Illuminati. I'm infinite, yeah. I know I sing too good. That's why I don't like to sing a lot, because it be making people cry, and I don't want to take all the shine and glory away from other hardworking artists and talented people, so I just keep it to myself. But like, yeah, other than that, you can't stop the hustle, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's just, I'm holding myself back. That's just 1% of my singing capability. So I'm not, you haven't even seen my final form. But like, yeah, so with that being said, you feel me? Like, we've fleshed that through. You're going to integrate this. Now you're presenting these receipts, because this changing of your behavior and reinforcing this new attitude through a working behavioral pattern is set to be very instrumental in the way that now you are presenting with the moon in Libra. You're understanding how to take this change of perspective in light of analysis and move forward with it with Libra. This is very important too, because relative to when the moon was in Aries 2 weeks ago, right? And you are starting to understand the authenticity behind the word you speak. Now this is going to polish this completely. And it's important to understand where you were 2 weeks ago versus today, and see the quick development, the quick acceleration of development. Some of you might be maybe, some of you are not perturbed or surprised. Some of you know what the fuck it is. But like, if some of you are a little bit, shocked at maybe how much more shit you're talking, that is normal. Okay, we're going to begin to integrate it and add depth to it Cancer season. But you may have talked a lot more shit than maybe you're used to talking. Okay, that's Jupiter and Gemini expanding your capacity to talk your shit. All right, and this is not a bad thing. Now, you might be made to feel it's bad because the shit you're talking is threatening the lies that other people live. Especially if you're talking that good, true shit. People do not like you right now. People, they might be smiling in your face, they don't like you. It's not in your head. They don't like you right now. Because especially if you're standing in integrity on shit that makes other people uncomfortable because the shoe fits them, yeah, you getting talked about right now. And just keep up the great work. You're doing the Lord's work yourself. Don't even trip. It's important to note, you're not pointing fingers at anybody. You're just talking your shit. You're speaking the truth. You feel me? And I don't mean in that crusader way where it's the truth. It's like, no, you're just sharing your experience. You're putting your perspective around certain things, and that might expose other people who may have less than honorable intentions. You feel me? So other than that, once again, this integration process really puts you in a position to very powerfully and realistically not only begin to integrate the balance of your ideas and mindset towards the right people, but it's also going to prepare for Cancer season in the full moon. Mercury and Venus are getting ready to conjunct each other at 29 degrees. So we are at the point of final maximum realization that's going to bring this awareness of your ideas, awareness of your mind, awareness of what you communicate to the final degree. The next 2 days is bringing climactic realizations and epiphanies that will wrap your communication and mindset to your heart with Venus and Gemini. All right. And that's it. And that's also going to square very divine and transcendent Neptune. All right. So just in case you see people talking out of pocket, saying things that you can't even believe that they would say with confidence out loud because it's that delusional, don't worry. It's only going to get worse. You're only going to see more of that. And that's why it's imperative you really reinforce the mindsets with which you have done the due diligence and work to really establish that is based in reality, that is actually true, that actually reflects your character, that actually also expresses a lot of growth. Other than that, I think with the presence of the nodes being influenced and activated through here, this is another reason why 2 weeks ago to now is very important, because we went from North Node to South Node. So it's almost like a recap in a way too, in establishing not only much needed growth, but realigning this direction you are taking your character. But unlike 2 months before when we were still in Aries season, now expanding more of the vocabulary around your perspective, mindset, and what direction you're ready to shift. Remember, most people are hurt people. That's why they hurt other people. It is in no way any excuse to hurt other people, but before you turn up and go off on someone trying to hurt you because they're hurt, just remember, most people are broken. Most people have been abused mentally, physically, sexually. Most people hide behind materials, makeup, money, jewelry, because they have no substance. If you take these things away from people, you're taking away a core of who they feel they are and their identity. Like, these people need to put these stuff up and on to feel confident in themselves. It's very sad. You feel me? Most of these people are broken to pieces inside. And I'm not saying that to give them compassion. Shoot, if anything, I like to rub it in. And that's really fucked up. But I'm also pretty fucking petty. So with that being said, thankfully you're not as petty as me. If you are as petty as me, what's up? Petty gang, petty gang, petty gang. But hey, if you're not, that's amazing. And just keep that in mind, because it helps give you the perspective. And that's why I always keep it back to the basics. There's no reason to ever respond with violence. There's no like, people's pride can be triggered and they can start hitting you with manipulation, pseudo-intellectual logic, right? But let's just keep it a buck. No one on this planet Earth who is secure in themselves will ever project insecurities at you, will never try to tear you down so that they can feel better about themselves. So every time you see that happening to you, you know factually that's because they are insecure within. And there's something about your confidence that triggers them to the point that they feel they need to do that to you unsolicited. That's where this moon in Libra allows you to fully address this as you're destined to with the South Nodal construct, and put everyone in their place that has to be put in their place. This is going to require unrequited, or rather unadulterated honesty on your part, and the full expression of these ideas as they continue to make way in order to not only be properly balanced and integrated, but also to get ready to harvest once we convert this perspective into holy psychic power in Cancer. All right, in a postmodern materialist reductionist world that still thinks psychic power and ability is something of fantasy. So that lets you know, many of you who are aware of your own power, you're ahead of that much. I mean, not that you're supposed to be better or not, but you're more aware than most people on the planet who just believe this fake science you're being taught. So other than that, y'all stay blessed as always. as Mercury and Venus get closer to the end of Gemini, this is going to put you in a position to really enjoy this realization, this peak 29-degree Gemini realization of truth that will enable you to now shift directions accordingly and feel in the right direction too. Y'all stay blessed as always. Show me some love, cause I'm sexy, yeah. I sing so good. Peace.